What's going on, everyone? This is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and I'm back again. I know there's been a ton of them. I have submitted over 175 books to CGC, so I've got a ton of books that have been coming back. I've been breaking them out into about 10 book unboxing segments, and we have got another big bubble package of CGC books that we're going to open here. Now, I have checked the grades on these. These are ones that I've checked, so it's not going to be a surprise to me. I don't know which books are in here other than one. I did check to make sure that there's one of them in here that I thought I'd show in this video, and it is a book that I missed the restoration on. It's always something. This submission has made me think that I sent in way too many books at once. It caused me to miss a couple things that I feel like I wouldn't normally miss. One of them is that X-Men Annual 14 that's up there that got an 8.5. I missed a tear that was on the back of the cover that I thought was an exceptionally nice book. I don't know how I missed that tear. This one has, I think it's a small amount of glue on the spine on one of the books that, like, looking at the picture, I should not have missed this. So it's just like a couple of things that were like, I feel like are like pretty simple catches normally, and I missed them, and it's just, I feel like I just sent in too many books. So I'm really, like, my goal, like, if you're sending stuff in, like, there are benefits to sending in a lot of books at once. One of the benefits is that you can spread your shipping costs across multiple books, both when you're shipping to your presser, when you're shipping to CGC, when CGC's shipping back to you. It makes it a lot cheaper per book when you can spread that $40 or whatever shipping cost across multiple books instead of one. And so I do like to do that, but the downside is when I'm sending in a ton of books like this, it just increases the likelihood that I just get lazy on my checks that I normally do, and you miss things. And that has happened. So, enough for that intro. Got 10 books here. This is a vintage submission. I don't want to see the top, so I'm gonna open these upside down. So I won't know which one when I take it out of here is the restored book, but it is in here. I did check. So you can see here, this is, it's the back. We can't see the grades or anything like that. So I'll pull these out one at a time and, show the book, talk about it a little bit, give you what my estimate was and what we ended up getting. All right, set this down here. Okay, let's get the first book out. Like, when there's 10 of them in one of these, it is really tight. I'm always worried I'm gonna, like, damage a case or something. I mean, it's good. It's good because everything isn't shifting around and all of that, but I'm always just, like, a little cautious here. All right, got 2 of them out. Go with this one first, whatever you are. All right, first book. Okay, all right, so this continues. I did have some, this is Silver Age, I think this is Silver, no, this is technically Golden Age. This is 1955. I talked about this in one of the other videos. I have been sending in some early Silver Age, late Golden Age romance books. I've noticed some increased interest in those books, and so I've been sending those in to get graded when I have them that I feel like are nice enough to get graded. So this is Girls' Romances, number 35. And this book, I had this one as a 7. Nope, that is not it. I had this one as a 5.5 to a 6. We got a 7. All right. So yeah, it was there's a different one I had as a 7 to a 7.5. This one I had as a 5.5 to a 6 and got a 7. I'll say, like, I remember, like, because I did check these ahead of time, I felt like, now granted, for me, being off by what feels like a lot to me is a grade. Like this one, like estimating a 5.5 to a 6 and getting a 7, being off by a full grade to me feels like a lot, and I definitely have a few of those that I think are in here. But it's not really that much off, but just to me it feels like it's off by a lot. But yeah, very happy with that. I think this one might be, I don't know. This one, there were a couple books in here that were like top of census books. I'm gonna pull up. Give me a moment. I'll cut for a second. I'm gonna make sure I have the CGC page open over here as well, so I can look that up. Because I think, like, maybe this one. don't know. We'll see.
A few moments later.
All right, so I'm back. I've got the CGC cert checks open over here. This one was not one of the top of census books. This one, so there's a 7.0. There are two higher, and they are both 8.5s. So it's like the second highest grade, I guess. There's not a ton of these on census though, so it's not like there's a bunch of these on census. But there are two 8.5s. There's a 7.0. So a nice, nice copy of Girls' Romances, number 35. All right, that's the first book. Let's see what the next book is going to be. And don't worry, if they end up being a couple romance books in a row, they're not all romance books. Yeah, because we got another romance book here. All right, so this one is Girls in Love, number 57. This is a Matt Baker cover. So this one, I think I was off on the other side on this one. I had this one as a 7 to a 7.5. Okay, and it got a 6.5. All right, not much. Half grade. But yeah, so 6.5 for Matt Baker. Now, this is from Quality Comics. Generally, I talked about this in one of the other videos. For Matt Baker romance covers, like St. John Publications, those books definitely are the top of the top. Like those are the most valuable books. Quality Comics don't have quite as much demand. They're a little bit later, but still great Matt Baker books. So Matt Baker cover, if you're not familiar with Matt Baker, one of the most preeminent cover artists of the Golden Age. But yeah, 6.5 is a very nice grade for this one. Let's see. Let me plug in the cert number here just to kind of check the census on this one. So this one, there are 2 and a 6.5 and 4 graded higher. There's a 7, an 8, and 2 8.5s. But yeah, I mean, a really nice book. I think the main thing that was holding this one back was foxing. That's why I've had a little, I feel like I get mixed results on foxing. Like sometimes I feel like foxing gets hit a little harder, sometimes it doesn't. But a 6.5 is still a very nice grade for this book. Girls in Love, number 57. Last issue in the run, see up there. And there, you can see kind of the foxing along the top a little bit more there. But yeah, some foxing on this one, but a very presentable copy of that book. All right, let's move on to the next one here. Okay, so what? Ooh, all right, now we're getting into some Flash. That means we probably have the restored book coming up soon because it was a Flash book. This one is an exceptional copy. This is Flash number 185, late Silver Age, 1969. I had this book as a 9 to a 9.2, and it got a 9.4 white pages. Now, yeah, not like a super expensive book or anything like that. But still, like, Silver Age book and a 9.4, just to me, it just kind of like felt like you had to get it graded. You know, it was so nice, such an exceptional book. Like I said, I thought it was a 9 to a 9.2, cleaned up really well. I've seen that with a few of the DC books that I got pressed that were in clean, that were part of the submission, just cleaned up really, really well. So yeah, 9.4 and white pages for Flash number 185. No like real big key significance about it, just a high grade, Flash book. All right. It's just kind of a crazy cover too. This lady's like biting his leg. I just thought it was kind of a crazy cover. All right. Next one. I think that means the next one is the restored book. Let's see. Face My Shame. Yeah, no. All right, it's not. Flash number 155. This one I had as a 7 to a 7.5, and I think I was way off on this one too. Yeah, I got a 6. Yeah, I don't know. It's like sometimes you wonder, like when you have like a really, really nice book next to like a book that's like not quite as nice, like if that impacts the grading. And I know people talk about that. I generally haven't seen that, but it's just I had that 9.4 right next to this one. But yeah, 7 to a 7.5 and got a 6. This one I'm fairly disappointed in. I mean, it was a cool cover. It's like a bunch of Flashes, like Rogues Gallery on the cover there. But yeah, 6.0, yeah, not the best. So yeah, Flash 155, 1965, and a 6.0. Cool cover, but not the best grade. Yeah, I mean, I looked close at it after, and like there was some creasing along the spine, I guess, but like I still felt like, to me, it looks nicer than a 6. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you can probably see it here. Like there's, let's see if I can get it to come through. It's like down here. I'm not really showing up on camera well. It is right here though. Yeah, there we go. Like it's like there. I don't know. I just, yeah. I felt a little, yeah, it just feels nicer than a 6 to me. Yeah, but is what it is. Yeah, like I said, live by the grade, die by the grade. All right, so that should mean the next one then is definitely the restored book. There's that dreaded purple label. The purple label of death. Especially on a Silver Age book. I mean, like, I'm totally okay with purple labels, especially on like Golden Age, when it's a rare book, that kind of thing. But when it's not like a rare book, and there's just like they're common enough, like there's just I don't really have much interest in the restored books. And this one, it is small amount of glue on spine of cover. When I took a look at the like the picture online, it looks like it's probably on the bottom staple. But it's a pretty nice book. It's a Flash 151. I had it as an 8 to an 8.5, and I believe it got a 7.5. Yeah, got a 7.5 on it. It just, like the bottom staple looks a little wonky, when I look at it now. And if I would have ran a black light over it, which I didn't. I have one, I just didn't do it. I don't know if it'll come up on camera or not. It's like you kind of have to be able to see into the right in the side of the slab. There's just something, I don't know if I'll get it to show. I don't know, there's just something that looks kind of weird on it. That's probably where it is. If I shine a black light on it, like after this, maybe I'll be able to see it. But also, I've said this before, like I generally feel like when you get a restore, that's why like this one got the 7.5 and I had it as an 8 to an 8.5. I'm not surprised. I feel like when a book gets a purple label, they like grade it harder. I've said it before. I feel like they like punish the book for having a purple label. And but yeah, I'm sure it's not worth having the restoration removed. It is what it is. But it's still a nice looking book. I can't remember if there's any key significance. Not really. I just thought it was a nice book, and so I decided to send it in, and I should have taken a little more time checking it. It's just like one of those things where you're just like, you don't think anybody would do that with that book, and so you kind of get lazy on things, and that's what happens. You waste your money getting them graded. All right, next book. Ooh, all right, this is a cool one. All right, so this is Fantastic Fears #4. This one, it's just a cool pre-code horror cover. I mean, it's got like the wedding cover where you've got the, them basically having kind of like the bachelor party almost, like or the, I don't know, what do you want to call it, with the bride there. And so this one I think I had as a 4.5 and got a 4. So it was a little less, little below my estimate, but generally, like I've said, like within a half a grade, I'm pretty happy. Within half a grade on a book, I'm generally pretty happy on it. It's when I start getting like a full grade, I start getting a little more like, I don't know. I don't like being a full grade off, but half grade, I mean, that's what you always kind of got to say with this stuff. Like it is, there's always going to be some variability, when you send these books in. I know that really upsets people with grading, but that's the whole point. It's like it gets you close to what it is so that everybody can get kind of a general agreement on what it is. But yeah, I had it as a 4.5, got a 4. Super cool pre-code horror cover. Love this one. Fantastic Fears #4 from Feral Publications. Unfortunately, these ones you don't know who did them. You don't know the cover artists, but still a really cool book. All right, next book. This one, I feel like I got hit on this one too, if it's what I think it is. Yeah, Exciting Comics. So Exciting number 58. I had this one as a 6 to a 6.5. It did not do that, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I got a 5.5. So another one where I'm like half grade on it. This was one of the books that, maybe you can see it a little more clearly on this one than the Superman. You see there's kind of like a ding down in the corner there. This one, it was in this group of books that I had bought from a seller, and they just did not package them well, and all of them took like a big impact on this corner. And so all those books got this crunch, and I mean, it got pressed out as best it could, but it's just like, it was basically like fiber breaking down there, a little bit of color break, and so it is what it is. But cool Alex Schomburg airbrush cover. Love the Alex Schomburg airbrush covers. This is one of the ones where you can see it's signed Zella, which is Alex backwards. But yeah, still a very solid presenting book, a 5.5. Here you go. Exciting Comics, number 58. Yeah, just cool. Schomburg cover from 1947. All right, next book. Oh man, yeah, like this set, a few more that were just a little under what I was expecting. All right, another Baker. Got Diary Secrets number 11. This one, I think it was a bit of I think it performed a little better. I had it as a 3.5. It's like I looked at these grades a little while ago, so I don't really remember for sure. What do we get? Hey, we got a 4. So a half grade on the positive. So it's always nicer. You know, it always feels better to get the half grade on the positive side. So I like to feel like I'm a little bit conservative on my grading, because it's just, to me, it's more enjoyable when I get books back and they're a little better than what I expect, or like what I expect, than the little bit of disappointment that you get when, you know, you get a grade that's lower than you expect. But still, like Matt Baker, you can see there, Matt Baker cover, Diary Secrets, number 11. It's got like the, you know, a swimsuit scene on the front, which is always kind of a positive for a Matt Baker. That's one of the things you kind of learn with Matt Baker romance type books. The cover content is king. I mean, rarity plays a role. Like, rarity is definitely a bit of it too. Like certain issues, certain runs, certain titles, everything are just a little more rare than others. But cover content is king, and having like a swimsuit scene or whatever is always going to be a good one. Now, this one you can see, this is from St. John Publications. That's the little whatever, their logo up there. So that's the difference between these ones and like the quality comics. These ones just tend to be much more desirable books. They're just a little bit earlier, 1952 versus 1955 for that other one. Not always, though. There are some of the St. John Publication books that have the Comics Code Authority that are a little later. It's just, for whatever reason, that's the more desirable publisher. All right. We got 2 left in here. Next. Ooh, cool one. All right, so we have Crime Suspense Stories number 16, one of the great Johnny Craig covers. The Crime Suspense Stories run is just stacked, like just stacked with incredible covers. This is one of them, kind of like the crazy guy slashing somebody with a razor blade. This cover almost always just looks really, really good, especially if it doesn't have any like real big creases on it. It's got that really cool kind of like color fade in the background. So this one I had as a 4.5 to a 5. I honestly don't remember what I got on this one. All right, we got the 5. All right, so 5 off-white pages. It looks really, really nice, but it does have a very light subscription crease down the middle. I don't think it even breaks color most of the way. Yeah, it's just like, it's like a partially breaking color subscription crease. Let's see if I can get it to, you can kind of see a little bit of it right here. So the subscription crease, it's when they were, I mean, and we don't know if this was actually mailed out like in a subscription. It's just, that's the general term that gets given to books that have these creases right down the middle. You just call it a subscription crease. But so it has that light subscription crease down the middle, but overall a very, very presentable copy of this book. There's the back. If you want to get jacked, you know, he mailed that coupon, got ripped. So yeah, Crime Suspense Stories, number 16, Johnny Craig, awesome cover, and a 5.0. That was one that I picked up in a lot from Heritage. I think that's the only one from that lot that I sent in to get graded. I think the rest of them I sold raw, but that one I sent in to get graded. I can't remember if that was part of the, is that for my building a comic business? Let me check. No, that was not in my building a comic business set of books. All right, one more book. What are you gonna be like? That wasn't in the right order then. This should probably be Detective Comics then, because that one I thought that would have been next. Yeah. All right. We got Detective Comics number 310. This one turned out great. This is another one where, like, I'm telling you, like, it's something about the Detective Comics run. Like I feel like it's especially like these earlier Silver Age DC books. There's something about like the spine or something where I just grade them hard, and they just do better than what I think they're gonna do. I saw that with a bunch of books that I sent in across the submission, where I ended up getting grades that were quite a bit nicer than I was expecting, and this is one of them. I had this as an 8.5, and we got a 9.2, which is awesome. You know, so I'm super pumped about that. I mean, it really is an incredible looking book. I mean, it's one of those where I looked at the picture when I saw the grade, and I was just like, why did I grade that an 8.5? I don't know what it is. It's something about, I think it's just, I mean, even the spine on this one looks really nice. There are a few little spine ticks. Like, you can definitely see those. There are color breaking spine ticks, but only a few. I don't know what I thought would knock this thing down. I mean, like, the back looks really nice. So you can see, like, the back looks really nice, like super clean. I don't remember what it is. Like, I grade them before I send them off to my presser, and then I don't see them again. And so, you know, they get pressed and cleaned and sent off to CGC, and so I'm basing my grade on what I think can be cleaned up. And sometimes they just turn out better than I expect, and you get results like this, which I am super, super happy about. 9.2, off-white pages from 1962. I mean, this is what, 64 years old now? I mean, 64 years old and a 9.2. Looking better than some books coming, you know, straight off the rack today. And I love the yellow and red. The yellow and red looks really good on this too. So that's a fun one to end on. It's such a cool book. I love getting, like, even if these aren't like super high dollar books, it's not like this is a key or anything. I love getting these like Silver Age, especially early Silver Age books like this that are in this type of condition. It's just cool. This one I picked up off of an Instagram claim sale. That's where, yeah, I got this one off of an Instagram claim sale, and you know, as I said, like, I've mentioned this in other videos. Like, people often will say, like, if a dealer or whatever is selling the book raw, there's no reason they would have gotten it graded if it was worthwhile to get graded. It's just not the case all the time. You know, there's plenty of times where books are sold raw where they are well worth getting graded, and this is an example. I mean, a book like this in this condition, worthwhile to get graded. But all right, that's all the books. That should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 books. One big disappointment. That, man, like, that restored book. It wasn't an expensive book, so it's not like it was like a big loss or anything, but it's still, I don't like missing stuff like that. It annoys me. It eats at me. You know, and it's going to cause me to check stuff like extra close, and I'm probably going to grade harsher after that. It's just, it causes you to change how you grade and things when that stuff happens. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Appreciate everybody that is members of the channel as well, and I will see you on the next one.